Industry Minister Francois-Philippe Champagne says Canadians will soon start to see the big grocers taking action to address food prices, including price freezes and price matching campaigns. Champagne said that Loblaw, Metro, Empire, Walmart, and Costco have agreed to begin rolling out actions that will result in lower grocery prices for Canadians, a step the minister said is just the beginning of a number of actions the federal government will be taking. Let's listen to what he said.
Let me start by saying this is just the beginning. No one would suspect or expect that this is the end. This is actually the beginning of a number of actions that we want to take to help stabilize prices in Canada. We will continue to fight every day for Canadians. That's what I do. That's what we all do in order to improve the situation. So first, I have secured initial commitments from the top 5 grocers to take concrete actions to stabilize food prices in Canada. Starting soon, Canadians will be able to see rollout of actions such as discount across a basket of food products, price freezes, and price matching campaigns, to name a few. Because as you would appreciate, I received plans from different grocers, and obviously we're just naming a few examples of what I've been saying. But these measures will bring a much needed, more competitive marketplace, and the winners of that are obviously Canadians. Because what we want is to set an objective, but the way to achieve it, we obviously want competition to play. And I can tell you, I've been looking at some flyers this morning, and you already see action in terms of different grocers adjusting ahead, obviously, of Thanksgiving. Each grocer has different actions, so it will be up to Canadians to judge them, to benefit from the best offer across the nation. Grocers need to compete to meet the expectation of Canadians across the country. And that's really what you're going to see. I think what we've been able is to provide a catalyst to have a more competitive environment, which will bring benefits to Canadians.
This comes after Champagne held a series of meetings over the last few weeks, starting with the CEOs and senior leaders from Canada's 5 major grocery chains, with the goal of working towards presenting a plan to stabilize food prices by Thanksgiving. Champagne also met with international manufacturing companies and domestic manufacturers after the Retail Council of Canada called for Ottawa to work with more players along the supply chain to tackle the issue. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau had given an ultimatum to grocers, saying if they didn't come to the table, they would face consequences such as tax measures for making record profits on the backs of Canadians struggling to feed their families. The cost of food and the inflation driving has been a dominating issue on Parliament Hill since the fall sitting began. But as Canadians began preparing their grocery list and stocking up for this weekend meals, the political pressure from Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre and NDP leader Jagmeet Singh has ramped up in the House. While the pace of inflation has slowed compared to the heights in 2022, the latest Consumer Price Index report from Statistics Canada shows that the cost of most food items did not increase year-over-year in August. This price pressure has resulted in many Canadians changing their shopping habits, opting more often for discount stores or scurrying flyers for deals. The federal Liberals are also pushing ahead with changes to Canada's Competition Act aimed at beefing up protections for Canadians in connection to current grocery sector competition through Bill C-56, the Affordable Housing and Groceries Act. The government is pursuing amendments that, if passed, would give more power to the Competition Bureau to investigate and take enforcement action on unfair behavior in the sector, such as price fixing or price gouging, while making it harder for large grocers to prevent smaller competitors from setting up shop nearby. With Bill C-56 up for its 5th day of debate at second reading on Thursday, Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland called on Poilievre to end the procedural delays, saying there is really no excuse for delaying this legislation.